All right, it's your boy Frankie Nunez. Welcome to the official LOL podcast. This is the pregame episode. We've got a lot to get to. We're going to flip this coin in a little bit to figure out who's playing who. Actually, we know who's playing who. We know that the roadies are going to play the smokes. We know that the Mothmen are going to play the drivers. But we're going to figure out who's playing when, and we're going to have Coach Holmes and Coach Dan on to help me figure that out. Very exciting stuff. We also know that everyone needs to come prepared for some bad weather. This is going to be an ugly day. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be a mess. The game will not be rescheduled. It will be Saturday. We will be playing football. So, Nick Del Monte, don't fucking bitch about it, you little fucking baby. We also know that we're going to have a little after-party action at Painters. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate together, win, lose, or draw. It's going to be awesome. Really looking forward to that. And we also know that quite a few teams are dealing with quite a few injuries. We'll have Holmes on to talk about his team, but we know Justin's banged up. We know Renzo's banged up. We know Ian Tully is banged up. So we'll see who can go, who can't go, who's in, who's out. We'll get to all of that in a little bit, and we're very excited for game day. We'll see you soon.
Newport, the official cigarette of the Poospatuck Smokes. It's what athletes smoke.
All right, welcome back to the LOL podcast. It's your boy, Frankie Nunez. I'm joined here by Coach Holmes, Coach Dan of the Smokes and the Mothmen, respectively. It's good to have you guys both on the show.
Thank you, Frank.
Happy to be here.
We got some business to get to. We're going to flip a coin at some point here to figure out what game is going to be first. We now know the matchups will be the Mothmen against the Biltmore Drivers. We know that it will be the Smokes against the Neighborhood Roadies. So we know the matches, but we don't know who's playing first, and we'll figure that out. But before we do that, let's talk football. Holmes, obviously, a lot of injuries on the Mothmen. We know Justin with the hamstring. We know quarterback Renzo with the ankle. What kind of update can you give us?
I mean, neither of them have serious injuries. Light sprain, pulled hamstring, little stuff like that. They'll be ready to go game day.
100% ready?
100%. Renzo was told not to play rugby this week. And Justin I actually gave him some muscle relaxers.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Can I get some of those or not?
Probably.
Dan, any update for us injury-wise on the Smokes?
We're pretty good. We had a couple little things. Mac is going to be 98%. He took a big cloud of secondhand smoke from Josh. So he's having a little bit of trouble, but shouldn't be a big deal. JJ, he's been working a lot overnight, so I think maybe his back is hurting a lot, but he's going to have to carry this team, so hopefully he's good. So other than that, we're good.
What were you surprised by Josh's on-field smoking antics?
I was, because I don't know Josh to be much of a smoker. I know he vapes, but I like what I saw. He tried to make some one-hand catches. I said, keep that cigarette in your mouth.
He kind of looks like a cigarette when you think
He
about
does.
it.
Yeah, he does.
A small,
Yeah.
He should be a smoke.
Yeah. One day, maybe.
He's only ever been a Mothman.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very bizarre and sexual. In my
Josh.
opinion.
How many years has he been on the...
I think this is his fourth year.
And every year I've drafted
What
him.
a nightmare.
For me.
So, guys, obviously we know field conditions, we spoke about it earlier, are going to be ugly as fuck. We're expecting the field to be sloppy. We're expecting possible rain. What does that do for your team, Dan?
Well, I think we'll be all right with guys like JJ and Jesus. They're athletic. If anything, it's going to be harder for other people to catch up with them. Outside of that, I mean, I'm not a mobile QB, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But everyone's going to be playing on the same playing field, so it's not that big of a deal.
Holmes, what do you think?
Well, the Mothmen are known to be a snow team. We're kind of like the Bills of...
Mudders.
Yeah. So, actually, our best year, other than the year we won, was in the snow, which was two seasons ago.
Yeah, roughly.
Made it to the championship and got knocked out, but we're a snow team.
Yeah, I think this rain will probably get rid of the snow, but it's going to be a fucking mess on that field, and let's hope for no further injuries. We've had enough already. All right, let's get to this coin flip. So here's how I think we have to do it. Holmes, you want to be heads or tails here?
Which one has the same thing on both sides?
This is not a coin I got from you. Therefore, it is a standard
It's legit.
U.S. mint coin.
It's legit. That's Washington. That's an easy.
I'll go for heads because I love heads.
All right, so if this coin is heads, then Holmes' match will be first. Holmes, why don't you flip it?
Okay, so
If
if
it's
I
not,
get
then
head,
Dan's
I don't get to
match will be
choose.
first.
I don't get the... Okay.
Yes.
You chose heads.
Right.
Oh, well, if I win, I should get something for it, right?
Yeah,
You get to go first.
All right, so if it's heads first, if it's tails, Dan's first.
correct.
Heads.
All right.
I didn't see much of a flip.
I wanted
It
that
flipped.
flipped 100 times.
That flip.
A flat Earth. Like, just
I
fucking
actually
did it.
wanted to play first.
Yeah, nothing wrong with first.
So did I, but
I'm over it already. Now, before we get out of here, I want to hear a little bit about this group shower dynamic that you were talking about. We were talking about locations for the after party, which we said earlier, but we're all going to meet at Painters after the game. We're going to have a great time. But Holmes wants to rent a big mobile shower and have a group shower. What gave you that idea?
Well, we were talking about maybe next year actually renting the Knights of Columbus as the after party. And I said, Frank, that's a great idea, but everyone will have to go home and shower, so it really, what's the point? Because everyone's going to have to leave anyway.
Right.
will these be divided by genders, or is it going to be everybody in the same?
Let me finish. So I said,
Sorry.
well, a good idea is, how they have those mobile, like the 18-wheeler bathroom trucks that, if you have a festival or something, why don't we rent one of those that's a shower? But even better, it can be just one big shower, like a group shower, and it could be co-mingling, like co-ed.
Yeah.
So the wives and girlfriends will be in the shower with the players.
It'll be mandatory.
Mandatory.
Mandatory
Okay.
shower for the girlfriends and wives.
Oh, okay. All right.
And daughters.
And how do you
And
feel?
daughters.
And this,
Damn!
I'm out of the joke. I was in on the joke, and now I'm officially out of the joke. I'm bowing out. So.
All right, that's a great place to end this interview.
That's totally unprofessional.